I am in the middle of starting my work day today, my fun day. I wanted to do this video on my experience at Rothman Specialty Hospital. I recently went in for rotator cuff surgery, and this is the second time I've had surgery under Rothman. The first one was a midfoot fusion by Dr. Stephen Rakin. That didn't really come out so well.
In a quarter mile, make a right
but,
south.
I recently under surgery for a torn rotator in my left shoulder. I my first time with Rothman, I had no issues. The hospital was in Jefferson, no misgendering, no nothing nasty. Everybody was fine. So when I needed my rotator done, my insurance, I went to Rothman. The best logistical place for me to go was their hospital in Bristol. All the staff was primarily really nice. I mean, everybody was good leading up to the surgery, up to getting ready to go into the ER. Now, trans women fear hospitals. We just do. Because a lot of times, especially down south, we're often mistreated. And yeah, that kind of sucks, but that's just the way it is. People, let's face it, there's bigots everywhere. It doesn't matter where they work. They could work in a hospital, they could be a janitor, they could be a limo driver, or your airplane pilot. It doesn't matter. A bigot is a bigot. Somebody who's transphobic is transphobic. Now, what was done to me in Rothman's Bristol Hospital was especially cruel. And why do I say that? Well, okay, I did a study on misgendering and why people misgender us. Now, of course, as soon as you look at me, you can tell that I was once female. When you hear my voice, you can tell that I was once female. And there's a part of a man's face that's different than a woman's face, and that's from here to here to here to here. It's called the male quadrant. Now, when I undergo facial feminization surgery, that'll change. They'll actually change the shape of that. But when I went in for surgery that morning, I went in with full-on makeup, eyelashes, blush, highlighter, lipstick, hair done, long nails. Okay, now, it really doesn't take too much of a rocket scientist to figure out that if there's a human in front of you and they're dressed like me, looks like me, got 40 double D boobs, there's probably a 99.9999% chance I want you to use female pronouns. You think? Well, anyhow, this one nurse named Tara comes in and calls me he. My friend Ginny corrected her. Not even 5 seconds later, called me he again. Ginny corrected her again. The third time, she used him. Now, I corrected her and Ginny corrected her. And the fourth time, I told her to get away from me. Now, first time you get in our community, you get a pass. That pass is you're not paying attention. The subconscious cues kick in, and you'll do it by mistake. Most decent people will apologize and correct themselves. The people who don't give a shit are just going to let it go. Now, number 2 comes in. Now you're being rude. 3 becomes hate. 4th, that's intimidation. Now, why am I worried about this lady? She works in the ER. Was going to be in the OR when I was being worked on. And I told the support nurse she's not to be nowhere near me. And here's my thought process on this. Someone who is purposely making me feel this uncomfortable, okay, and hated while I'm about to go under anesthesia and be operated on, where I am totally helpless at that point. What's to stop a hateful person like that from injecting me with something or whatever, doing something hurtful or harmful to me? And somebody like this should not be a nurse. Should not be a nurse at all. Because if that's your disposition, that you hate me for what I am, then you shouldn't be caring for people at all, because you're not a people person. Now, I complained to the nurses. Didn't get much of a response. I filed a complaint through Rothman's system. I got a little poo-poo. Oh, we're sorry it happened. And she really didn't mean it. And no, bullshit. You're just covering up a hater, is what you are. And they won't do anything. So now I'm going to contact the authorities. I'm more than likely going to go to the Bristol Township Police Department and lodge a hate crime, if it is so on the books up there, or at least a threats and intimidation complaint against Rothman and against this woman. I don't know her last name, so I don't know where she lives. So they'll have to go out there and investigate, this claim. Since that incident, I woke up to 3 nightmares of this woman injecting my IV bottle with something. And, it's real. And anybody who knows me knows I'm a strong person. I've taken hate. I've taken adversity. I've taken a whole lot of crap. Being what I am, that just goes with the territory somewhat. But in today's day and age, you don't have to be that way. Look, if you dislike somebody for what they are so much that you're going to continue to hate on them, you don't belong in that industry. Or you should just excuse yourself and say, listen, I really don't want to work with that person, and just walk away from it. It's the best way to handle it. But Rothman cares not to do anything about it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of force them to care. They're going to have to defend this. They're going to have to go into court. And yeah, I'll spend my time, but this person needs to be called out. Apparently the nursing staff is, kind of covering for their own on this one. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of force them, kind of force their hand a little bit and see what happens. So I'll keep you posted. On my way out somewhere, so I will talk to you later. Love y'all. Bye.